morning, guys. It is my pleasure to welcome you to class this morning. My name is Adefuyi Horolua, and I'm requesting three things from you. The first thing is that please subscribe to this YouTube channel. The second thing is that please like this video, and the third thing is share this video with your friends and your enemies. Yeah, your friends and your enemies, they also need to benefit from this. So, welcome to the first class today. And today I'm not going to be wasting your time at all. Today will be more of introduction, and I'm telling you many things that you need to know about OU's mathematics and your own mathematics, the one you know, yeah. And they are apparently different courses or subjects, because many people come in here with the idea that I know mathematics. I'm a very good student of mathematics. Mathematics is my best subject and everything. But at the end of the day, they end up getting very much low grades in MTH, yeah, going. So what is really responsible for that? I'm going to be sharing those secrets with you. And that is the reason why you need to watch this video till the very end. Okay, guys, knowing fully well that I have some people who really know mathematics among you guys, and at the same time, I have some people who don't really know mathematics, probably because their math teacher didn't make mathematics interesting to them, or because they themselves didn't like mathematics naturally. We have people like that. So I want to carry everybody along. When I mean everybody, I want to carry everyone along. So this morning we are going to be having the introduction video, and I'm going to be giving you the details on how this class will be running, and that is why you need to keep following each and every of our videos. Okay, this is how we are going to go for at least this break. This is our scheme for this break. And the first topic we will be considering, what I want to do is that I want to expose you guys to what to expect when you resume here. And that is the reason why, for now, we need to deal with basics and fundamentals of the topics you actually need to know before resuming. Yeah, topics you need to work on really well before you resume. And the first topic is the system of real number, or the real number system. The real number system. In case I actually forgot to tell you, my name is Adefuyi Horolua, and I'm a mathematics student, 400 level of OAU. So I really wish that you enjoy this class. Okay, the second topic I'm going to be teaching you guys is the topic trigonometry, and the last one is calculus. Now look, you see these topics, they are just three in number, but they have so many subtopics. When I mean so many subtopics, they have so many in-depth and detailed subtopics. Okay, the system of real numbers on its own is a very large topic. It's a very large topic on its own, and because of that, we're going to be spending time on that topic. We're going to be spending time on system of real numbers, and at the same time, we will not waste too much time on this. We're going to move to trigonometry, and we're going to move to calculus, so that we can actually cover up all these topics before your resumption. Okay, guys, let's go. The real number system. See, this course or this subject is for those who will be coming in for engineering, for those who will be coming into the faculty of physical sciences, those department of mathematics, chemistry, physics, and geology. You all will be, in fact, including biochemistry, you will be offering MTH 101. For those who were coming into department of microbiology, you will be doing MTH 105 and 106 in that's in your second year in part 2. Okay, but for those who are in social sciences, faculty of social sciences, those who are coming in for accounting, those who are coming in for demography and social statistics, economics, you will be offering SS 105. And SS 105 is mathematics, so don't run away. Some people are planning to run away already. They don't like mathematics at all. Don't run away. You need this. I'm telling you, you need this. And we are putting a lot of things in place to just make these things possible. and that is the reason why you have to take it serious, so that you not discourage us from making these videos. Okay, follow me, guys. The real number system. Under the real number system, I'm going to be considering this subtopic. The first thing is equations with one unknown. Equation with one unknown. Another thing I'm going to be considering under this systems of real number or real number system is equation with more unknowns, more than one unknowns. Pardon my handwriting, we really have a lot of comma. Okay, another thing we are going to be considering under the systems of real number is the system of simultaneous equation. And also we'll be considering the system of inequality. At the same time, I will also consider the system of what we call partial fraction. System of partial fractions. And we'll stop here. Yeah, stop here under the system of real numbers. Trust me, when I say this topic is large, now you know what I'm talking about. Now let's go into what we have for today. So I'm going to start from equations with one unknown. Equations with let's start from equations with one unknown. I should actually note this. I should let you know this. When I say equation with more unknowns, simultaneous equation is actually a subtopic under it. Do you understand? Because simultaneous equation is simply equation with two unknowns. Do you understand? When you have two unknowns, we say simultaneous. Two or more. So equation with one unknown. Now equation with one unknown, we are talking of something of this form: ax plus b to be equal to 0. Now if I have ax plus b to be equal to 0, of course you agree with me that the unknown variable here is actually x. Okay, how do you go about this? This is the same thing as ax to be equal to minus b, and this is virtually the same thing as x to be equal to minus b over a. Okay, note that is the solution to this very equation. That is the solution to this very equation. So anytime you have any question with one unknown in this form, in a linear form like this, we call this a linear form of equation, because the variable here, the highest power of the variable here is just 1. Okay, now let's go. A very good example to this stuff is, look up, if I tell you that 2x plus let's say 3 into bracket x minus 1 is equal to 5x plus 4, and I ask you to find the unknown here. How will you go about it? It's actually very easy and simple. That is the same thing as 2x plus 3x minus 3. What did I just do here? I just opened up the bracket to be equal to 5x plus 4. Pardon me, let's change this plus 5 to minus 5x. Minus. Okay, you've seen that, right? If you are very smart, you know why I changed it. Okay, this is the same thing as 5x minus 3 to be equal to minus 5x plus 4. And that is simply the same thing as you bringing this minus 5x to the left hand side of the equation. You know why? So that we have like terms. And I'm going to take minus 3 to the other side, so that it's going to add up with 4. They are like terms. That is what they call collection of like terms in mathematics. Okay, by doing that, I will have 5x plus 5x to be equal to 4 plus 3. And of course, that is 7. And what you have here is 10x to be equal to 7. And let's move here. Let's move here. Okay, that is obviously the same thing as x to be equal to 7 over 10. I just hope that you get that. It is as simple as that. Okay, I'm going to give you assignment for you to just practice on questions on these things I'm teaching you. Another thing another aspect of equation with one unknown is an equation of this form: ax squared plus bx plus c to be equal to 0. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation taught in secondary school. That if you have a quadratic equation of this form, we have several ways of finding solution to them. One way is factorization method. Another method is what we call the completing the square method. Another method is what we call the quadratic formula method, which is actually derived from the completing the square method. And another thing you need to know is the graphic method. But all you need is just the first three: the factorization, completing the square, and the formula method. Now let's go. If I have something like this, we're told that the solution is x to b equals minus b plus or minus the square root of 4ac. I'm sorry, b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, a very good example of this, if I give you an equation like, if I tell you that 4x squared minus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, and this is factorized, this is 4 times 3, and that is 12. And do we have any factors of 12 that on addition will give me minus 2? 6 times 2 will give me 12, and that minus 6. This will not, none of them will yield minus 2 on addition. So, engaging what we call the quadratic formula, the solution is x to be equal to minus 2 minus 2 plus or minus the square root of 4, b squared, which is minus 2 squared, minus 4 times 4 times 3, all divided by 2 times 4. And that is something as 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 4 times 4 is what? That's 16. And 16 times 3 is what? That is 48. And that is 4 minus 48, all divided by 8. That's something as 2 plus or minus the square root of minus 44 over 8, all over 8. And that is 2 plus or minus, you see, all you see here is the same thing as the square root of 4 times minus 11, all divided by 8. And in mathematics, anytime you have the square root of something that has to do with negative, you have the square root of negative, we actually call it, the system is complex in mathematics, and a solution was imagined for it, and we call it an imaginary solution. So we have this thing we call the imaginary number, and it is I to be equal to minus the square root of minus 1. So I to be equal to the square root of minus 1, which implies that, of course, entirely what we have here, which is the same thing as 4 times minus 11, is also the same thing as 4i. Okay, so some people may not get that. The same thing as 2 coming out of this place. We have root of 4 here, 2 coming out of this place. Then you have the square root of minus 11, which is the same thing as 2 root 11 times minus 1. And like I told you before, of course, you've done what we call sorts before. Maybe I should even include it here. We are going to do what we call logarithms and indices. I'm going to teach you guys here. Okay, so in sorts, I don't know if I should include sorts, but you should know sorts. Or let me teach you the advanced one, sorts. So this is the same thing as 2 root 11 times root minus 1, which is the same thing as, we already said that the square root of minus 1 is I. So that becomes 2i root 11. So that means that everything we have here, is obviously, everything we have there is just the same thing as, that means that x is just the same thing as 2 plus or minus, we have resolved that and we've gotten 2i root 11, all divided by 8, which is the same thing as 1 over 4 plus or minus I root 11 over 4. So that means that x is equal to 1 over 4 plus I root 11 over 4, or 1 over 4 minus I root 11 over 4. Okay, that is that for that particular question. Now another question, because I actually want us to be very fast with the way we solve, and let's go, guys. This will be the last lap of this class. I'll see you guys in the next class. I want to be very fast with this class. Now look at this question. Look at this question. I think that you have x squared plus 4x minus 6 plus let's say 1 over x squared plus 4x to be equal to 0. And I asked you to help me find x. How do I go about this? Okay, now look at this. If you look at this, you see x squared plus 4x. You also see x squared plus 4x here. You see that they are actually similar. They're the same. So I can actually choose another variable to represent them. So I can say let z be equal to x squared plus 4x. So that everything I have there will just be z minus 6 plus 1 over z to be equal to 0. And this is also the same thing as z plus 1 over z to be equal to 6. And if I solve this simplification, this is the same thing as z squared plus 1 to be equal to 6z. This is also the same as z squared minus 6 squared minus 6z plus 1 is equal to 0. And you can always finish this on your own using what we call the quadratic formula. Okay, guys. So when you now solve for z, then you slot in the value. Don't forget that z is equal to x squared plus x plus 4x rather. So you slot in the value of z, and you get your x. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now let's go into. Let me give you another question, and after this question, I'll give you assignment. After this question, I'll give you assignment. This will be the last question. Now look, the question says that if I have x raised to the power 4 minus 25x squared, sorry, x raised to the power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4x plus 1 to be equal to 0. How do I find my x from here, guys? Now look up, everybody. If you want to solve this, sorry for saying look up, I'm used to what I say in class. Okay, now the first thing you can do here, you have many ways to solve this, but one of the things you can do here is to reduce it to a quadratic equation. So that implies that I'm going to be dividing through by x squared. Now, if I divide through by x squared, I'm going to get x squared minus 4x plus 6 minus 4 over x plus 1 over x squared. So that's to be equal to 0. Now from here, look up. I'm going to bring this one here. So I will have x squared plus 1 over x. 1 over x squared is still the same thing. Then minus 4x minus 4 over x to be equal to what? Minus 6. Let me bring minus 6 to the other side. So it will go minus 6. And what about here is x squared plus 1 over x squared minus 4 into bracket x minus 1 over plus 1 over x to be equal to minus 6. Hello? Are you getting it? So from here now, if you look at this is x plus 1 and x plus 1 over x. So I can just say let z be equal to x plus 1 over x, and that implies that my z squared, of course, if I square both sides, z squared will give me x squared plus 1 over x squared plus 2. You can try that. That's what you get. So from there, it implies that let me continue from here. So it implies that from what we have there, that x squared plus 1 over x squared is actually equal to z squared minus 2. You grab that, right, guys? So that means that the whole equation I have here, this guy, then becomes z squared minus 2 minus 4 into bracket what? Into bracket z to be equal to minus 6. And that is z squared minus 2 plus what? Minus 4z to be equal to minus 6. And that is z squared minus 4z. Then if I bring minus 6z, it is plus. So plus 6 minus 2 is what? Plus 4 to be equal to 0. Obviously, you and I know that from factorization, this is simply the same thing as z squared minus 2z plus 4 to be equal to 0. And z is common here, and that will give me z into bracket z minus 2 into bracket z minus 2 to be equal to 0. And that is same thing as z minus 2 multiplying z minus 2 to be equal to 0. So obviously z is equal to 2. No, now what that means is that my x plus 1 by x is actually equal to 2. So from there, I've actually got the solution to x. I've got the solution to x. Okay, so now what that means is that x plus 1 over x is equal to what? Is equal to 2. And that means that this is x squared plus 1 to be equal to 2x. This is x squared minus 2x plus 1 to be equal to 0. And this is also the same thing as x squared minus x plus 1 to be equal to 0. And that is the same thing as x into bracket x minus 1 minus 1 into bracket x minus 1 to be equal to 0. And that is x minus 1 multiplying x minus 1 to be equal to 0, which is simply x to be equal to 1. So that is the last question I'll be solving for you guys. So I'm going to give you guys assignment, and I will need you guys to solve and send the solution to the group. Send the solution to the group. Don't be a stubborn student. Okay, guys. So assignment. We are continue from here in the next class. So I'm going to be teaching you powerfully the system of simultaneous question. So the first question for your assignment is number 1. Find the solution to the unknown here. Minus to be equal to the square root of 4 plus 2x. Sorry, it is 14 plus 2x. That's the first question. The second question says that if you have x to the power 4 minus 2x cubed minus 6x squared minus 2x plus 1 to be equal to 0. What is the solution to this very equation? I'm sure you can see the board very well. X raised to the power 4 minus 2x cubed minus 6x minus 2x plus 1 to be equal to 0. I just really hope that my handwriting is not too small. Let me make it bigger. Another question is, if I give you y raised to the power 4 minus 2y cubed minus 2y squared plus 2y plus 1 to be equal 0. Okay, that's the third question, and let me give you some more questions so that you guys can have time to practice more. Okay, another question is if I give you the square root of x plus 1, if you are given the square root of x plus 1 plus the square root of 5x plus 1 to be equal to 2, the square root of x plus 6. Find the solution to this very unknown. Actually, it's been a nice time with you guys. It's my pleasure to teach you this very simple and little topic this morning. We are actually going to upgrade from here, and that is why I want everybody following me to keep following me so that you keep getting things as we move forward. Okay, please. Do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It will be very wicked of you that you are gaining and you are learning from here, and we request of you something very little and something that will not cost you at all, and you find it very difficult to do. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and it will not cost you anything to also comment on this video. Comment, okay, thank you so much for this. We really appreciate it. It simply implies how much you value culture. It implies how much you've been taught and how much you actually imbibe into what you have been taught. So it's actually my pleasure to teach you this morning. Don't forget, my name is Adefuyorolua Paul, aka Drill. So I'll be the one, I'll be taking you mathematics, and I'll be taking you on a journey of making mathematics very simple for you, like I've always loved to do. Actually, I have many of my students among you guys. Many of you know me already. So this is what I'm born to do. I'm born to destroy and make mathematics simple for as many people as possible. Yeah. You get that, bro? You get that, sis? So please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'd like to see you in my next video. Do have a nice time. Thank you.